Welcome to CMC Markets Trend Tracker. In today's short video, I'll be assessing some of the major currency pairs, looking at technicals, looking at some of the future events to give us a better idea of the major trends at play and also assess the future outlook. Now, firstly, we have the Australian dollar chart. I'm using here the daily chart here, top left, and also exponential moving averages, the 20 EMA in yellow, the 50 EMA in dark blue, and also the stochastics down below. The technical picture here is suggesting that prices, the Aussie dollar, is in a sideways range. And that's further supported by the 20 EMA in yellow and the 50 EMA in dark blue touching and going sideways. The most recent price action where we saw the Australian dollar test around 68.90, 69 cents and fail, reject, and then push down below there. Look at these stochastics down below. It picked that turning point, that swing high quite well. Even recently, as well as last week, prices have bounced off that support line of 68.50. So they're the key levels to keep in mind. The week ahead as well too, focus on global equity movements. Key US data, US non-farm payrolls is due out later this week. The next chart is the Kiwi dollar. The Kiwi dollar also on the daily. Now this technical picture is a little bit different to the Aussie where prices are trending lower, and that's supported by the fact that the 20 EMA is below the 50 EMA, the yellow below the blue, which tends to support that downtrend. Now this picture here, a little bit different, as I mentioned. Kiwi US has failed and topped out around that 62.40 mark, and the stochastics also picked the turning point there as well. From this point onwards, the horizontal support line around 60.20 will be key, and 62.40 resistance on the top side is worth noting. And again, we want to focus on some key fundamental factors coming out this week. US non-farm payrolls data is absolute key. And in New Zealand, there are a couple of news items coming out, the business confidence data and also the fortnightly dairy auction trade, which does give you prices for skim milk powder and whole milk powder prices. As we know, New Zealand is the #1 dairy exporter globally, so it tends to have quite a decent impact on the Kiwi. And the next chart is the mighty dollar yen. You can see here it's been mighty throughout 2023, a very strong and aggressive uptrend that's picked up momentum as depicted by the 20 EMA diverging away from the 50 EMA, yellow over the blue. And one of the main reasons for that this year has been the divergence between central banks. The Federal Reserve has been very aggressive throughout 2023 in hiking rates, and the Bank of Japan has kept interest rates unchanged at minus 0.1%. Now, technically, the picture, as I mentioned, is a very strong uptrend. Got some resistance coming up around 148.75 to focus on, and the week ahead as well too, like to focus on global equity movements, particularly US and Japanese share price movements, US non-farm payrolls data on Friday, and the Japanese Tankan. And also keep an eye on Bank of Japan comments throughout the week. Will they or won't they intervene in the Japanese yen? If they do intervene, what will be the likely impact? Will the impact be long-lasting to support the yen? Will it be enough to change this very strong uptrend that's been in play? So that concludes today's analysis on some of the major currency pairs. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe below, leave some comments. I'll get back to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy trading.